Alright, guys, as promised, I'm testing out the $5 watercolor pencils that I got from Five Below. So, let's crack her open and see what we get. I was going to... This knife is really dull. I was going to dig out some other watercolor pencils and kind of do a comparison. But to tell the truth, I don't really use watercolor pencils that much. So what I have compared to this, I don't know much about the brand that I have on watercolor pencils. So it's not like I could compare it to, a luxury brand or whatever. I wouldn't say luxury, but like a high dollar brand, because I don't have any high dollar watercolor pencils because I just don't use them that much. So, we have 36 colors. They're pretty. Let's see if they've got like names. None of these are named. They do come pre-sharpened. Looks like a pretty good variety of green. Pretty decent. There's no white on these, which is perfectly fine. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to swatch every single one. I just don't see it necessary. I'm going to do a little bit of a test here. Some colors here. And I'm going to do a small drawing of a hummingbird. I'm pleasantly impressed, and it'd be more impressive if I was in shot. Here. So there I added some water. This is I would call it light green. There you go. Now you can see the whole page. I would call this like light green, and it's pretty true. Let's grab a blue here. These are not going to be light fast. They're just one of those pencils that you can pick up and have fun with in a sketchbook or whatever, but if you're trying to sell a painting or a drawing using these, you're going to have some pretty disappointed customers because this will fade over time. So I wouldn't use it for commission piece or anything like that, but definitely have fun with it. Use it for your sketchbook. You can make prints off of it. Yeah. So let's do a little drawing of our hummingbird and just see how that goes. And this isn't going to be the most accurate drawing, partly because the reference photos on my phone, and I'm using my phone to record this, so yeah, good old memory tester there. I got this photo off of Unsplash, and I'm not really following it exact. So and a little turquoise. So I think it'll be fun. All this will be lighter because we are adding water. These aren't like highly pigmented, which is kind of the point of the watercolor pencils, because at least I think is well, I don't know. Like I said, I am not a watercolor pencil expert, but this will just kind of give you an idea of how they behave. Always take reviews with a little grain of salt, because sometimes what works for one person's art style doesn't work for another person's art style. I'm pressing down fairly hard right here. This is watercolor paper, but it's not like super expensive watercolor paper. It's just a watercolor pad. 90 pounds. It's real lightweight when dollar brownie. I always pronounce that wrong. I never feel like I pronounce that particular brand name right. Yeah. So let me make this hummingbird really bright and colorful. They can be pretty colorful in real life too, but I'm kind of exaggerating the colorfulness of this hummingbird. Some more of that turquoise and mix that in there. See how it plays with others. In the reference photo, wings were going so fast that you couldn't really make it out. So we're just going to do a little quick blur there. Let's say these are fun. This would be great for a kid that's just learning. just trying to find out what they're good at. Something that you don't want to break the bank on supplies on, but you want to give them decent stuff. This would be really good for that. Like I said, just playing around, having fun with your sketchbook. Um, and I'm kind of making these like this would be like an exaggerated U and getting like this feather texture. I like that. The results of that. The green kind of overpowered my turquoise, but that's okay. There's a little bit of blue here. I'm not going for photorealism or even realism. I'm just kind of playing around, having fun with textures and different colors. And yeah, just going with the flow here. Sometimes the more relaxed drawings end up being my favorite. Not always. Sometimes they haunt me later on. Once that dries, I'm going to add in some green. Be fun. We have not seen hummingbirds yet. It's a little early for us where I'm at. But we do keep, well, Lily at the office, she keeps a hummingbird feeder right outside the window. They're such neat birds to watch. I love the blue. here. I don't think that's quite dry yet, so it's not taking the color as well. Probably should have put more pigment down here before I went in with the water, but that's okay. Let's try. Just gonna see how the mixed together color is. This yellow with this red. Just kind of see what it does. If I was drawing the hummingbird, it was mostly greens and blues. I really didn't get to test these other colors that much. It blends pretty well too. These are like really close in color. These two pinks are. They're kind of like a. The barrels aren't close in color, but like actually on the page, they're fairly close in color. Which isn't a bad thing. A really nice peachy color. Color. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty impressed by these. Would make a really good beginner set of watercolor pencils. Like I said, I wouldn't be something I would do a commission on, but definitely something that you could practice on and be pretty good at. I mean, probably be more helpful if I had some other color pencils or watercolor pencils to compare to. Don't really, I mean, I do, but it would be about the same grade as what I have here. These are fun, and I'll probably use these in my bullet journal and stuff. Because the nice thing about these is, I mean, my pages on my bullet journal will buckle because it's not like a watercolor journal. It's not got watercolor paper in it. But I don't care if the page gets wrinkly and buckly on journal because, oops, because well, to me that's just kind of the point. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. And if you made it this far, please give me a like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.